All right, hey guys, we're back, and we'll be getting into something soon. I just wanted to update because we updated in text on chat through the stream delay, but I'm updating you guys here live. Normally we cast 2 best of 3s right now. To be honest, I'm really not feeling very good today. The lack of sleep's really hurting, and because we're just gonna do one of the best of 3 semifinals, the other one will play out at the same time. Basically go uncast, and then we'll do the best of 5 grand finals. Don't get me wrong, I want to be here, and I'm super, like, I love the Corsair Cup, and I love all the players playing today. I am not feeling very good. So, rather than do something silly like ditch, we'll just make it go a little bit faster. First map's going to be King Sejong Station, and the series we're going to be casting is MaNa versus uThermal. Ooh, PvT.
Yes, PvT. And Rainer versus Alive, a TVZ, is going on the other side.
Yeah, of course, for those who don't know, all 4 people at this point have qualified for some prize money, which is nice. $10 is the least amount anyone will walk away with. Oh, man, so yesterday was a bit of a problem. I got so hyped up. So my plan was, like, yesterday was to cast in the morning, get a good nap in, then go to Vancouver and do all this really fun stuff with my friends. Who, by the way, shout out to Area B, Real Guy Judge, Clara, and a bunch of the other people I met last night. It was like I had an interesting time. It was combination good, combination bad. That's another story for another time. But I got so hyped on the fucking like money we raised for players yesterday. I got like too wound up, too excited, and when we were done, I couldn't nap. So I was just like dead beat all day, and that did not funnel well into staying out too late. But yeah, tonight so my plan for this is, here's my strategy, guys. My game strategy is I'm going to nap after the Corsair Cup's done. Then I'm going to wake up after 2 hours of napping and not nap too long, because then I have to force myself to sleep again for the Elima League tonight.
Tough life.
It would be a better situation for me to not nap after the Corsair Cup, but I feel like just physically ill. Ugh. So it's not something I think I can avoid.
I really want to go and get a pumpkin now, but I don't really want to carve it if I have to go to bed at 10. So I don't know.
Just, man, carving a pumpkin, like I did this on stream a few weeks ago. Like I guess I hadn't done it since I was a kid, and it just so many things about it I hated. But you know the one part I did love about carving that goddamn pumpkin?
What's that?
Scraping out the insides with a spoon was like such a good, like, I don't even call it like ASMR experience. It just made such a good like sound, like as you would like scrape out the innards.
It does. It does make a interesting sound.
Alright, well, we're missing uThermal, I guess?
Yeah, he had to be right back.
Okay. Does it saying the sock on the ear is the same thing as the sock on the door? Yeah, dude, someone inside my head is totally having sex right now, and I put the sock on the ear so that nobody comes in and interrupts it. Also, I guess, like, with some metaphors and analogies attached to that could be the case. No. No.
Oh, Jesus.
No. No, my ear is just, I don't know how to describe this better, guys. It's bleeding a little bit. I don't have any tissues, so I'm using a sock. Nailed it.
Or like a Band-Aid.
Band-Aids are for little... You know what? I've got nothing for that. I don't know.
Okay.
I don't have a Band-Aid. Besides, what Band-Aid do you have that you could put on your ear? Your ear's like not a flat surface. Like,
I've put regular Band-Aids on my ear before. I don't know. Anyway, because they're sticky.
Yeah, but like the thing I see is like you put it on, you put your headset on, it rubs against it. It's just gonna keep moving the Band-Aid around, so it won't do what a Band-Aid's supposed to do. Like,
you might be right about the headset. I've never tried it that way, but honestly, like these are pretty big. I have like ear on my ear. I don't know.
Well, I will say again for last night's stuff, because someone did ask earlier. Regardless of all the bad decisions I made, a lot of the video stuff I got was really fun. I'm excited to put all that together and upload it for a vlog. But also, it occurs to me, I forgot TwitchCon announced this whole like upload to the channel thing, so I can upload videos to our Twitch channel now. And what I'm curious about, to you guys tuning in, you guys who are in chat right now, would you prefer to see stuff like that on YouTube or on Twitch? Like, what's easier for you guys to watch? Like, if you're already watching Twitch, you're present the channel. Does it end up just looking like I'm uploading vlogs? Like, or if I upload, say, a vlog or a video of any variety to the Twitch channel, like, is that something where you're gonna look at that and shrug and be like, yeah, it's not live content, so I don't care? Or is that something where like, yeah, this is something that makes more sense for YouTube, and I should put it over there? I mean, there's nothing stopping me from just putting it on both, but I'm curious what the easier medium to watch something like that would be for you guys tuning in, you guys who are watching.
Saying, I think it is going to be a lot of. It's going to be hard to get used to. I think that's the appeal about Twitch upload would be that it would be a better video player than YouTube.
What is this reminder thing you messaged me about? I don't know what that is.
That was more for me than for you to talk about. Yeah.
Okay.
Anyways. Yes. So I know for me, I'm not going to get used to going to Twitch to watch VODs, like individual of the stream.
So it's weird though, because I do watch some. So, for example, there's some streamers who stream when we stream, and I love these streamers, and I don't get to watch them, so I kind of have to watch their VODs sometimes. So I'm kind of used to watching VODs on Twitch at this point.
Right.
But
I think everyone's used to watching VODs of the stream. But to go to Twitch to remind themselves that you upload X on day X on Twitch.
Yeah, I guess.
Like YouTube is going to take some getting used to.
You know what? I've changed my mind about the sock. It's not because of something practical. It's just a fashion statement. It looks pretty good. It's like a hair extension for my left side. I've always wanted to do a hair flip, and now I can. Beautiful.
I finally looked at what it looked like. That looks really weird. You're right.
So where is uThermal, man?
He said he had to take care of something. He's killing someone right now.
I was gonna say, like, is he hiding a body? Like, it's taking him a long time. Like, dropping some kids off at the pool. You know what I'm saying? Literally, like his little brother. Like, I don't know.
Sure.
That's such a weird euphemism too. Like, it makes perfect sense, but also like, who came up with that first? Who's the first person to sit down and be like, you know what? Pooping. It's like dropping kids off at the pool.
I mean, that's like any saying. What, like, really? It's just like, why did that become a saying?
Oh, I got really excited for a second. I thought I got a super sweet donation. I was gonna shout out Airbnb, but it's just paying me back for the cab ride last night. So thank you for that.
Well, they paid you back.
Although I think she paid me too much. You fucking dummy. Oh, I gotta text her now. Because I said we'd split the cab ride, and she sent me the whole amount.
Oh. Just take it, be done with it.
Shout out Snow Python, who has a great suggestion. A cotton ball would be much better. I don't have cotton balls. I'm not a girl with makeup kits and these sort of things in my bathroom, guys.
You don't need cotton balls for makeup.
Okay, well, whatever. Well, where would you use cotton balls for then?
I use them to apply toner on my face, which is not makeup. It's skincare.
Oh, and big fucking difference.
Should really look into skincare, okay?
You know what's in my bathroom? Fucking toothbrush, deodorant, soap, like...
What do you use cotton balls for? Okay, the guy that suggested it to you. Why do you have cotton balls?
You know what I use cotton balls for? For making little bunny rabbits on paper and stuff.
Space Shrunk, I don't think it means like his ear was like bleeding from its canal. I think it meant like there's like a cut.
Oh no,
at least I hope so.
No, it actually is. Like, that's the problem.
Okay, well then you should probably.
Like, it's not profusely bleeding blood, like it's pumping out and gushing out my side. I just have an issue where if I scratch my ear.
No reason that you know what you scratched your ear.
Yeah, I'm an idiot who sticks his finger in his ears and stuff. So like I scratched too hard, it's bleeding a little bit.
Though that's like the point. Like, so whether it's like on your actual like canal or if it's like somewhere else, the point is like you scratch it, you know why it's bleeding. If you start bleeding for no reason.
Yeah, if I start bleeding for no reason, then I'm freaking the fuck out, and I'm not trying to cast the Corsair Cup. I'm calling 911 and not putting a fucking sock on my ear. You just like.
That's what I was trying to say.
You do this thing where like you're adjusting your headset, you pull it off, and just like a fucking geyser erupts, or whoosh, like blood just starts coming out. Yeah, you panic. You don't fucking put a sock on. But oh my god.
It's like Windex. Just
no, I understand that. I understand the saying. Put a sock in it. It's because it solves all your problems, apparently. You got a bloody ear? Put a sock in it. Got a girl that just won't shut the fuck up. Put a sock in it. Those are both totally relatable things. But okay, guys, we're finally ready to go. It's uThermal versus MaNa. Took a little bit of time, but uThermal finally came back. Did he say what happened, by the way? Like, why he was so long?
Nope. No.
Okay, not a big deal. I was just curious.
You don't know where they hit the body. I understand.
Probably underneath another body, am I right? If he's a smart guy, at least.
Well, that's a throwback.
That is such a... Shout out to anyone who remembers that horrendous conversation. But ladies and gentlemen...
You're so serious about it.
What?
I'm gonna...
Oh, you mean... Look, I'm saying it's a good idea, okay?
It's not.
We'll have to go over this again for the new people. But in the meantime, spawning here in the bottom right side of the map, he's the red Protoss, Team Liquid's MaNa.
In the top left, as the blue Terran, he is uThermal.
Small shouts to MaNa too, because of course he was competing in our random tournament yesterday. That was pretty fun times to have, and glad to see him there.
Yep. He got 4th place?
Third or fourth, one of the two, yeah. I guess there was no distinction between the two, same prize.
Exactly. Yeah. Summer wasn't always blonde, was she? I have always been blonde. Crazy. And there's no evidence to say otherwise. No evidence.
Yeah, if only someone had video proof or pictures or anything from like times have passed.
Nope. So MaNa is doing something. What does he think it is? A PvP? He has 2 games on the way.
Oh, I see what you mean. It's like freaking out. Of course, he builds off to the side. We've seen this a little bit more commonly on King Sejong because this does block out the Reaper. Also, very interesting to see the response, the massive response of people saying YouTube is where that sort of content should go and not Twitch. For those who are just watching the VOD of this and missed the previous discussion, Twitch now has the option to upload videos to it, and the question is kind of like, do you want to see custom content on Twitch, or do you rather see that on YouTube? And I think that the best point I've seen brought up in chat there was the fact that YouTube's going to be a little bit easier to navigate. I can already tell you from like experience, like it's impossible to navigate through Twitch for VODs. What did you just snicker about? What did I say wrong there? What?
No, you didn't say anything wrong, but I was more interested in the conversation about the cotton balls than the YouTube versus Twitch.
I have cotton balls. Mr. Ravioli says, I have cotton balls, and I'm a straight, normal man. Well, I'm glad that that somehow connects the 2 dots. Like,
yeah, I didn't realize it was an abnormal man thing. MaNa's also going for a robo. Damn, MaNa being cheesy. I was gonna say, like, it comes with like medical kits, and it comes with like the beauty kits that you sometimes get at, like, you know, nicer hotels. So there's gotta be something that is used other than like applying toner or makeup or nail polish.
Well,
nail polish remover.
I want to back this up one step further. Like, going off the point that's just made, like, even if somehow, some way cotton balls were connected to being gay, like, I don't know why that distinction would need to be made in chat.
For cleaning wounds, I guess. Oh, and thermal paste. I've used cotton balls for thermal paste. Good point, Snowy Python. Snow Python, damn it.
Oh, this is actually really interesting. uThermal, we've talked about this before many times. When you have this sort of pylon attack coming out of a player like MaNa, usually putting a bunker on the low ground cuts it. But uThermal didn't put it to the right side of the ramp, he put it to the south side of the ramp, and it's actually out of range, and it's only barely out of range. Like, that bunker is ever so slightly unable to reach that pylon.
Yeah, I feel like it's weird that you can have made a mistake like that, so it seems it goes on purpose, but it's not bad anyway. The Cyclone came out and forced the Mushroom Core to recall.
Yeah, breaking the bunker is also perfectly fine, and it doesn't have it for the Plighty bows, because that's what the Immortal's going to be able to break through that. The recall kept all these units alive, but now the odd question kind of comes like, what's MaNa planning to do with this? Dealing with a Cyclone is going to be a pain in the ass. New bunker comes down to buy some time on the front lines, and honestly, uThermal doesn't... like, as weird as this was, and as scary as it looked for a moment, for now, until the Warp Prism's out, he's not really in danger.
Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's just going to be a simple overwhelming of numbers, and the Warp Prism breaking the lock on... I feel like MaNa has a really good shot to just kill uThermal here. I do. It's so funny, though. We haven't seen, like, one base Protoss build versus Terran in a long time. But MaNa would do it.
Yeah, MaNa,
Sneaky,
it's weird
sneaky.
because he's unlikely to be the guy to like rush out a Dark Shrine, but he's very likely to always hit with those pylons coming out early and those proxy like, robos and everything. The tank is out, and the 2 cyclones are going to be quite wonderful for damage, as we can see, but picking up, dropping, good strength, trying to keep everything alive. SCV's getting pulled. uThermal not underreacting to this, but the Immortal pops its barrier to go to the front line, breaks the cyclone, breaks the tank, now picks up on that backside, and although these units are almost dead, there's nothing here to reach them and finish them off.
Oh my good god, he's so good with the micro. That micro doesn't go down. 2 Stalkers, Immortal does die. And uThermal's probably held.
I mean, that tank in the back line doing what it can. A lot of these units so very low, but that comes to MaNa's control of his units. Picking up everything with red health, losing almost nothing for it. Away from the SCVs, he's killed so many workers.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah, 20 SCVs. That still does not make up for MaNa's build. He has to kill uThermal.
Well, that's the thing, though. I think you just start transferring those adepts to the mineral line and finish off the job.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, he certainly reduced the amount that uThermal can even make, you know? Like, there's still no starport. Can't produce from all of his barracks quite yet.
Oh god, that don't work.
Not much direction at all.
That was so scary. It does a barrier, but it's off of autocast, so you could lose this pretty easily to the Marines. Oh my god, MaNa, please! He's busy picking it up!
Oh, he's gonna get the Stalkers to take care of him. There we go. That's it, I think. The rest of the Warpins can take care of the tank popping out here.
Pops the barrier, picks it up again. Down to 4 workers. There's not going to be recovery this way. GG. MaNa takes game number 1. We did have Extreme Purple, by the way, hit us with a 4-month resub.
Shut up.
What?
I was going to say that.
Oh. Well, you'll get the other one?
Oh, Lord Asium, that's right. Thank you for the 17-month resub. It takes true passion to bring us all the content that you do. Thanks for keeping up the great work.
Thank you, Lord Asian, for helping us mod the channel, dude. Super appreciated. Map number 2 being made pretty quick here, so we'll hold off on commercials.
He immediately messaged me, Gala.
He was ready, dude. He's probably started thinking about that, like, the second he saw that pylon go down and the bunker couldn't reach. He's
Son
like,
of a bitch. Thank you to Ratak for the new sub.
Backwards, that's Cater.
You're onto something.
Maybe that's the best way to go about names. Like, we can't pronounce them forwards, but maybe we can pronounce them all backwards.
Maybe.
Yeah, I can't remember if it was Gillyweed or who it was, but like a long time ago, like in an interview, I was asked like, if you could have a superpower, what would you have? And I still stand by my answer of the ability to pronounce everybody's name correctly. Because I really do hate not being able to say most of our subscribers' names. It just feels so disrespectful. Like, oh, thank you for giving us money and supporting us and being able to allow us to create content every month. But also, I don't know your name.
I would like to remind everyone who might be watching MaNa's stream that we don't like spoilers. So you're going to get instant banned.
Yes, and unfortunately, it's not a timeout, it's a ban, because you're likely to be, if you spoil once, you're likely to do it again. But guys, it is worth noting, MaNa is streaming. You should absolutely check out his point of view, but if you do spoil things, expect repercussions. Now, that being said, spawning here in the top right side of the map, he's down 1 game. See if he can bring it back. It's going to be the blue Terran, uThermal.
The bottom left has the red Protoss, Liquid MaNa. Gonna cheese again? He's gonna be that guy? I mean, if you really wanted to be like, you know, give MaNa more shit for being a little bit cheesy, first of all, I wouldn't. I actually really enjoy it. I mean, I used to be a little bit salty towards Protoss in like their previous expansions, but I think it's really fun now, and it's pretty rare still, so whatever. But also, I was gonna say, it's a little bit hypocritical because uThermal was the first Terran to do 1-base builds against Protoss. This is just karma. Sweet, sweet karma.
Karma is an interesting concept, actually. I don't consider myself necessarily atheist, but I do fall on the lines of like agnostic. Okay. And I feel like less likely than most things in the universe, karma is the first thing I would actually maybe give something to. And it's not because I believe like, okay, I did something good today, so something bad will happen, or vice versa. But it's just like, it's the least crazy sounding of like most things out there.
I guess.
It's kind of like, you know, this presidential debate is going to be like the lesser of two evils, but they're both very definitively evil.
Oh, one is more evil. The other one just... Oh, I don't know about that, man.
Well, so that's the
One is
problem, right?
definitely evil.
Anything negative you can say about one, I feel like you can say about the other, with the exception to the sexism part for Donald Trump. That's pretty exclusive.
Oh, I don't think the other one's racist, but I think he's every single bad word he can think of and bad trait that he can think of, and she just has a couple of problems. That doesn't make her a great candidate, but certainly a better human being.
I can't weigh in on much because I really don't know much. Again, being Canadian and seeing most of my political feed through Reddit, like, I don't have a great opinion. But to tell me, like, you know, there wasn't a picture of her, like, making out with the dude, well, not making out, but kissing the dude from, like, the KKK, tell me she's, like, maybe not even a little bit racist?
Oh, I don't know about that. I just don't know about that. Like, I've never heard of that. But I also would say that, like, as someone who lives in Virginia and, like, an hour away from, like, their, like, mainstay or whatever, I've probably accidentally been nice to a KKK member.
Dude, best response I've ever seen, by the way. So you remember last year, or no, not even last year, like a couple years back, there's the whole Beyonce thing, and so her, like, lawyers tried to get it removed from the internet, that picture, so
Yes.
everyone started posting it more. Same sort of thing happened with this picture of Hillary, like, I guess, kissing the leader of the KKK on the cheek or whatever. And when the picture started getting removed, someone put it up on a fucking billboard in, like, their state.
Oh, I have to look at this. Well,
Okay. No politics in chat, by the way, guys.
Yeah,
we're not
guys,
in chat.
gosh.
We're on stream, so it's okay. Rex, loopholes. All right, the engineering bay didn't really get too much done. MaNa and uThermal also, by the way, no one playing super cheesy. There is no weird, crazy karma or ridiculousness playing into this. It's just straight up macro at the moment. MaNa might try to be a little active with these 3 adepts, but truthfully 3 adepts is not too much of anything to worry about. uThermal's Reaper has certainly been annoying, but only obtaining 2 kills so far. 3, excuse me. Mothership Core should be able to deal with this. The fact that there is not an adept here chasing him, though, should give uThermal a bit of a clue that there's some sort of attack coming. Now, granted, it's not much. We see that ourselves, but it is an attack nonetheless.
I mean, I haven't watched much of the mid game, but it was clear that MaNa kind of anticipated that uThermal could do something cheesy, especially in response to his cheese with all that scouting done. But it's turned into a regular game, actually. What?
I mean, I love the... Yes, I haven't been watching much of this game. Just, like, straight up honesty. That's what makes you such a great person.
I mean, I literally told you that I was going to Google this thing.
I know, but to just say, like, well, I don't know, guys, I haven't really watched this game, but, you know, here's my opinion. Like,
here's what's happened. No, but I didn't need to see the last couple minutes of the game to know that initially MaNa was paranoid, and now it's actually a perfectly normal game.
Yeah, I mean,
That is
really,
the state.
honestly, nothing crazy really did happen. I was surprised, if anything. The weirdest thing so far is that the Reaper is still alive. Got 3 kills. Chills out behind the smoke, or behind the... It's not even smoke here anymore, I guess. It used to be.
Used to be smoke. Used to vape niche. What? So double medevac drops into the main base. Might be a little worried to not see MaNa going for a 3rd base by now, really. I mean, with how
I would be,
quickly
yeah.
for us to get 3rd bases and Legacy of the Void. Not to say at least the attempt, like the start of it is a little bit worrying.
The problem is, though, MaNa also, despite the fact that he's chronoing out Blink, he's chronoing out +1. Okay, he just lost the Robo, which is, like, what's going on here. Secondly, he doesn't have, like, 5 gateways down. He doesn't have 7 gateways down. Like, any sort of attack he's gearing up for right now, he's not really, I'd say, prepared for. In fact, I'm just kind of curious what's happening with MaNa at all.
Yeah, something does seem off, and I was pretty sure nothing much happened. You know, maybe I missed something. Maybe you missed something.
It's the fact that he lost the Robo already is what shocks me the most. Like, he was just in a bad position. uThermal was in a good position for that drop, and no overcharges to defend it. And that really sets back his timings.
Yeah. I wondered if MaNa was going to try and do some type of all-in, but I mean, of course, losing the Robo is a pretty bad deal to start off an all-in with. You know, you don't have the War Prism to continue reinforcing. And his additional gateways also report down only just now. I mean, now he'd be up at 6 gateways, he'd have Blink +1, he could do something with it, but it feels pretty delayed, and he still is not on a 3rd base. I mean, uThermal's making his on location.
Well, attack comes in. He picks off that first pylon with minimal losses. The tanks on the backside. The Adepts transfer on top of this. This is what we really need to see out of MaNa. Some of that production, some of that damage. Of course, the worst part about this is that +1 really helping him out. This is going to make uThermal back away. And the tanks are really on their own not that scary. It's the fact that when the tanks are there and they're guarded by the Marines and they can't be advanced forward, like, that's when things get a little bit scary. But MaNa, he holds pretty well. Now, he is sitting on that third base coming up, but it's surprisingly far behind uThermal. Like, there's a lot of kind of expectations for what a PvT is going to look like, and this really isn't matching them.
It isn't. I don't know. I mean, MaNa, he didn't have much aggression going on, like, because he lost the Warp Prism. I guess maybe he was hoping to get the Warp Prism, and that would signal, like, start the third base. Because a lot of Protoss builds, it's either, like, an Oracle opener, or, like, the Adepts are scaring the Terran, or Warp Prism has a lot of scouting, you know, being done and harassment being done, so they safely take a third base. But this game didn't really have any of that, and MaNa might have felt like way too scared to take a third base without having any sort of presence on the other side of the map, other than like those 4 Adepts that ran in and died.
By the way, just affirming here, as the Canadian I am, you guys are now learning about my anarchist streak. Clearly, I'm just trying to sabotage everything related to these elections, one viewer at a time.
When you said that she was kissing him, I imagined like when she was like younger, like making out with him.
Oh no!
Sorry, like, what have I not heard of? Oh my god! What did I
miss out on, man?
Yeah, but okay, yeah, I've seen that picture. No politics in chat. Anyways, this is like very positional based army from uThermal. Scary with 4 tanks and 4 liberators, but without a lot of bio, I just think that MaNa would be able to find a good position and take it on. It's really not that bad. But uThermal is up about 20 army supply. MaNa's slowly getting to a Colossus count. First one's on the way.
MaNa also... Does he not have... No, he's got twilight counts. I mean, blink. I was just wondering the priority to go for armor here instead of weapons. I mean, usually if it's going to be weapons first, they'll stick to weapons, right? Protoss double forge later makes no look a difference with Chrono Boost, but armor used to be like the way to go all day, every day. You didn't want Marines touching you. Zealots had a lot of base health, a lot of base armor, so armor made sense. But to go 1-1, again, not critically bad or anything like that, just weird to see this bounce for the priority.
I would have said that was because he didn't have Twilight Council, but he definitely did.
That's where I was going, right? Because he did blink right with the Chrono Boost. That's why I was kind of like, wait a minute. But anyways, Colossus Thermal Lens is not done, so he's going to back away from this and maybe just sacrifice the third if that's the case. No, he's going to warp him down here instead. I guess try and come in from 2 different sides. Send the Adepts on top of the tanks. Try and stay outside the Liberator zones. No, decides to go into it, pick him off, blinks into it. That's going to cost him a couple of his Stalkers. Let's see if it's enough, though. Liberator's still standing. These tanks are still firing away from the low ground. However, uThermal did lose a good chunk of his bio, but not enough, and MaNa's now down to 20 supply. Gonna tap out. GG.
What? That was a very odd game from MaNa, and I do wonder how much of it had to be that he was scared that uThermal was going to do something more aggressive.
Yeah, but usually MaNa is not a guy who plays scared per se, because he knows his opponents pretty well. Like, anytime he's been on stream, we've been lucky enough to have him for an interview, he'll say things like, oh, I wasn't playing versus Zerg, I was playing versus Snoot. I wasn't playing versus Terran, I'm playing versus uThermal. Like, I really do wonder what set him off to be that confident and crazy badass game 1 to a kind of just questionable game 2. I don't want to harp on it too bad, guys. Like, I'm not trying to take shit on MaNa here or anything, but it was just like an odd game to watch out of him, to be honest.
A little bit, yeah. Next time is going to be New Gettysburg. MaNa's choice.
Cool. We are going to pop off to a small commercial break, though, before we get there. It's been half an hour since our last one. See you guys soon. Alright, guys, we're just going to load directly into game for map number 3. So it is tied up 1-1 at this point. We're going to see who goes on to the grand finals. The other side of the bracket, of course, is Alive versus Raynor. You know what? Like, I want to assume Alive wins, but I would love to see Raynor beat him.
That would be something I think could actually happen. But Alive is a good Terran player, and apparently a really good Zerg player. They won the random versus random tournament.
Oh yeah, actually Alive, yeah, man, Alive's Zerg was impressing me a lot through all of that. But they get a Noman Brain for the 13-month resub. It says Happy Monday. Well, thank you, dude. I could use that. We probably just lost about 1,000 subscribers from our politics talk. Getting into game though. Spawning here in the bottom left. It's gonna be the red Protoss Team Liquid's MaNa.
In the bottom right, as the blue Terran, He is liquid uThermal.
All right, so when we got into the lobby, MaNa just kind of making some comments about basically how much he doesn't love Liberators.
Yeah, he says it's basically a timer, almost like Chitinous Plating, I suppose. But I don't know. It's like when Liberators, it gets to the point like they've gone to 3 bases, almost on 4 bases, and the Liberator count starts growing because it's kind of the next step of TvP. Yeah, I agree. Like 6, 7, 8 Liberators, you know, then they make it a 10 or 12. That's pretty crazy, and I see a lot of trouble with that. And sometimes the only response is go for Tempests. But the initial ones, like the first 2 or 4, they're dangerous for sure. But I don't see them as scary as that later Terran. But MaNa apparently does. I'm just thinking on last time we saw MaNa in a PvT. We've seen his PvZ a lot more, I would say, because it's Europe. And his PvP, of course, he knocked out Billowy really easily. But his PvT, I can't remember.
Well, for New Gettysburg's sake, what I'm thinking is if MaNa wants to change this up, if he wants, if Liberators are going to be one of his more chief concerns, this is certainly a map where I think a Stargate opener could work out for you. And I don't even mean just like, oh, hey, you went like 1 Oracle. I mean, like, go Phoenix straight up. Works out well. That being said, Phoenix Colossus is not something we've seen a ton of in Legacy. We've seen it a couple of times, and I've been convincingly like impressed by it. I think the 2 times I can think off the top of my head, but I don't know. It's still just that problem where if you do go for a build like that, you don't have a lot in the ground. If you thermal pushes early, because he is a very aggressive Terran player, you can get punished for it, and that's probably what is on MaNa's mind more than a lot of other things right now. The fact that uThermal is such a, like, once he starts, he doesn't stop, and once he starts that aggression, he's hard to deal with.
I was wondering what this probe was doing. It had a bit of an odd scouting pattern, but I think it was just trying to make sure the Reaper did not find it or anything else found it, as is going for the pylons, the natural. Adept and Mothership Core making their way across. uThermal does not see this either, as Reaper just chilling on the 3rd base.
Yeah, there's 2 Marines down here, but the Adept can deal with that pretty easily, combined with the Mothership. Since the probe doesn't get focused down.
Oh, the Adept does take the shots initially. Alright, 2 pylons. These supply depot should be going down here. There's already 4 Marines. The Adept is a little caught off guard by the SCV there. So a lot of damage on the Mothership Core already.
It's such a classic MaNa move, but for those who don't know, like the numbers game here for this, if you need like 3 Marines to beat an Adept, SCV almost kills the Adept, by the way, so usually down to 1 health. I said the Marines at the top of the ramp. That was underwhelming. But yes, like 3 Marines deal with the Mothership Core, 3 Marines to deal with like the Adept. You just don't have enough units to actually push these back, and it kind of sucks to just take the losses. And this is, again, the consequence of not having the bunker on the low ground. We saw it kind of fail earlier, and I think positioning may have dissuaded him from wanting to do it again. He does have another overcharge available.
Yep, there it goes. But get that second supply, he probably will. And uThermal getting it up is not the worst thing in the world.
I like this. The probe provides the high ground vision for the pylon, albeit temporarily. While MaNa had gone to go kill some SCVs off to the side. That will, however, mean that he doesn't break the depot.
Yeah, I mean, that could have been 100 minerals right there to replace. Because he was hoping maybe he'd get 2 of the SCVs, and he almost did. One of them was very low.
I wish we could show it better, too. Like, spending quite a bit of money on repairs. I know that repairs show up and resources lost.
Never thought about it. This follow-up is pretty dirty, though. Dark Shrine. It's gonna go up to 4 gateways. Just a bit more. And obviously not expanding, which uThermal should be able to scout with this Reaper. I mean, he has been scouting for a long time.
Well, you know what they say, and by they, I mean I. Bad things from Protoss come in 3s. Proxy pylons, Mothership Core, and DTs.
One day you're gonna get that to stick.
Yeah,
It'll be in a bumper sticker once.
Let me, let's put that on a t-shirt, there you go. That'll be that'll be the shirt we can finally sell. I won't show a picture of a DT. I'll just write the letters DT.
Yeah, they can't get you for that. Actually, if we could get a good graphic design on it, I would buy it. It's almost like the ESL ones that are like the build orders, right?
I actually wonder if anyone ever buys this. I've never seen anyone ever wearing an ESL
Really?
shirt at any fucking event we've been to.
I've seen them so often.
Really? Okay, well, I've maybe
Yeah.
just not been looking hard enough, I guess.
And I was really surprised. I didn't think they were that great, so I was kind of surprised they were on them.
Problems on both sides of the map. Marines get to that mineral line. Cycling going to be a problem, too. MaNa's defensive DT will eventually clean this up. Meanwhile, offensive DT start getting in some trouble too. He does pick one up and keep outside the scan range. There's just simply not enough scans out of uThermal to be in the natural, to be on the other side of the map, and in his main simultaneously. These turrets have to go up or he's dead.
Perfectly trading out so far on the SCVs, but you're right, those little turrets, they go down. There's one scan available, and the DTs are right next to each other, but there's only 4 units, my bad, to take care of them. Oh, the Warp Prism picks them up anyway.
That range of the Warp Prism is so ridiculous.
It was so bad. I wouldn't even be upset if they took it away for just the DTs. You know, like the Immortals have the pickup range and whatever. But
Yeah,
DTs
getting the ability to blink. They should lose the ability to be picked up from like a million miles away.
That's a good point. I forgot they're gonna get blink. You do have to upgrade it though, and so far I have not found a build that really like incorporates it easily. Anyway, he's trying to kill the Marines.
Well, he does for the most part. That Warp Prism, it's not going down too easily here.
Gosh. Well,
So,
not
that
only
was,
did MaNa kill a bunch of SCVs, he killed so much of the army too, or stopped it from producing.
Yeah, well, okay, let's assessing the worker count for a moment. Let's also not forget that that was like 5 or 6 scans. Like every bit of energy he was getting, he was using for scans. So no mules right now. uThermal's economy is just in the gutter to say the least. In fact, yeah, oh, it's all red. Oh, it's all red on the income graph.
That's good for MaNa.
Oh no,
Well,
look at the
MaNa-
army graph. That's actually a really good representation of DTs right there.
Oh, I feel so bad. That is the terrible thing though, is that uThermal, the one thing you could have had was like a 10 army supply lead to counterattack and maybe deny this third base, because the third base isn't set up. It's still building, the pylons weren't down, the militia corps isn't over there. Of course, MaNa still has, you know, a lot of his army tied up in DTs that aren't necessarily going to help him, but now he's got an Immortal, he's got an Archon.
Yeah, I mean, first off, this drop will be held. There's no doubt about that. The overcharge was a little bit late, so the pylon goes down. Kind of sucks for that. DT also making sure there's no third on the other side of the map. That Warp Prism comes back with 4 Adepts, and oh man, uThermal already took so many losses. Taking more is gonna really, really hurt.
Yeah, uThermal would really have to take, like, seriously, no more losses to the DTs, as well as, like, expanding and not taking any losses to come back into this game.
Well,
MaNa did not have this booming economy behind it, but he is surely going to have one. Just needs to saturate his third base.
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm not worried about more DTs coming in. I'm worried about the Adepts coming in.
Yeah, DTs or Adepts. You're right. For basically any more harassment on his economy. He's gonna try and push out with tanks, but by the time he has I guess a decent army to fight with the tanks, MaNa's gonna have a really good army himself. He's just pushing with the tanks, or harassing with the tanks, it seems. So the bio's at home. The depth shouldn't get too much done. Exactly what MaNa wanted to do.
Top left gets pushed off. This has been... I mean, okay, there's some cheese here, and I think everybody who's not a Protest player doesn't actually respect how cool it was MaNa handled this the way he did. Like, splitting up the DTs, and of course, having that Warp Prism control, but... Oh, no. Poor uThermal, it's just being shut down now.
Yeah, shut down every chance he's trying to take here. It's not working out, and he's trying to get some, like, multiple drops going on, so it's not just as easy as looking at one location, but it's not really working out that way. He just doesn't really even have the Medivacs to spare for multiple drops. Oh no, it's tanks. Oh, okay, there was any stalkers there. Alright. I'm still seeing Colossus already out. This is not going to be a good feeling, and seeing the second Colossus come out very shortly. uThermal's army just so tiny. It's taking so long to get over here.
Blink was so savage. That's gotta be it. That's all the tanks going down. There's no way these Marines handle it. uThermal's got his hands off the keyboard. 0 APM at this point.
Militia Corps out.
I mean, so I want to make jokes about that, but he's got some things to say. I mean, like, there's obvious ways to handle the 2 pylon push out of MaNa. uThermal didn't. That being said, kind of hurts, kind of sucks, because I think, honestly, that probably tilted him right from the get-go. And that's probably why we saw such a bad follow-up to handling everything else that came.
I would also say that the DT follow-up is not that common anymore. So, it's probably not much,
That's true. That's very
awareness,
true.
like, just thinking about what could possibly happen after this. He was probably thinking, more likely, bullshit Protoss probably has a third base saturated by now. Not bullshit Protoss is getting a Dark Shrine.
Yeah, I mean, uThermal's a really great player, and he's a very smart guy. And I mean, I mean, no disrespect when we say these things. It is pure guesswork as to like why things went that way. But looks like Alive is currently in a game, so he's playing against Raynor still. I guess this series went a little bit quicker. If Alive and Raynor go to like a game 3 or something, guys, we'll try and catch the tail end of it. But they are playing their semifinals match out as we speak. and move on to the grand finals whenever we get the option. So thank you so much for tuning in. Don't go anywhere. We'll see you soon.